everyone, welcome back to my weight loss vlog. I'm really sorry it's been so long since my last vlog. I guess if I'm going to be brutally honest, I have to come clean and admit that I really wasn't in the mood to talk about my weight. I think you could say it was a psychological term, avoidance. And boy, I wanted to avoid talking about this. But I started this weight loss vlog series to create a place where anyone struggling with weight loss could go, where we could share helpful ideas, tips, tricks, and strategies, where we could share our successes and our setbacks. And as a professional organizer, I wanted to show how the path to organization and the path to weight loss are similar and often parallel journeys. You know, I have to admit that I don't know why I can have other parts of my life so organized and so in control, and yet my weight can be so out of control at times. You know, the same strategies I use in organizing are the same strategies that would help me lose weight. I don't know. There must be something deep down and personal that I haven't figured out yet. But I promise you I will figure it out. Okay, so about 6 weeks ago, I had to take a break from exercising, because it seems like I developed a skin condition. It's like psoriasis on hyperdrive, okay? It's not serious or dangerous condition, and it's not contagious or anything. It's just a really irritating pain in the ass condition. And this skin condition really isn't the focus of what I want to talk about in this vlog. It's just a factor, an unexpected turn of events, a bump in the road of my weight loss journey. You see, this particular skin condition comes with a hitch. Apparently, when I get hot or overheated and I start to sweat, it intensifies the itching of my skin. So the best course of action while this skin condition runs its very long course is to avoid becoming overheated. Sorry for those little crazy sounds in the background. The sprinklers are going off all around this park. So if you hear something sputtering, it's just a new one has started up, okay? Even though we've had record rainfall this last week. Okay. Now people, I live in southern Arizona, and up until this past week where we had the skies open up and dump buckets of rain on us, we've experienced the third hottest summer ever. Pretty much every day this summer was at least 110 degrees. So every time I stepped outside my door, I wanted to scratch certain areas of my skin off. Every time I got all hot and sweaty exercising, the itching intensified too. So to preserve my sanity and my skin and give the condition a chance to run its course, I had to avoid anything that made me sweat. You know, I have to admit, at first I was like, woohoo, a real excuse not to work out. But then I realized I actually missed exercising. Now stay with me on this, because if you have been following me on this vlog series, you know that I'm a creature that will do anything to avoid exercising. But I have to admit, I've become somewhat addicted to what I like to call the afterglow of exercising. Look, it takes every ounce of strength I have to drag myself to work out. But after my workout, I feel awesome. I'm exhausted, but energized at the same time. My head is clear and more focused afterwards. I feel like I can tackle and conquer any obstacle thrown my way. It's this afterglow that's so addicting. So without exercising, I started feeling really depressed and started gaining back the 8 pounds I lost that I talked about in my last vlog. Thankfully, my skin condition is getting better, and I should be able to resume working out in the next couple of weeks or so. Also, we finally got a break in our temperature in Arizona, so I can resume walking at least. I mean, today it's like 82 degrees. It is beautiful. Hopefully that will help me get out of this emotional funk that I've been in regarding my lack of progress in this weight loss journey. You know, I'd love to hear how any of you keep yourself from getting depressed when you encounter setbacks that seem to be totally out of your control. Who knows, maybe that's where my frustration and downright spiraling started, you know, with the loss of control. I mean, I have been told I'm something of a control freak, so maybe it's all about my reaction when I can't control something. But then I can almost hear my trainer Christy saying, you may not be able to control what happens to you, but you can sure as shit control how you react or respond to it. Okay, point taken. So maybe it's time for me to take control of how I respond to this setback, because I do have control over that. I guess it's time to pull up my big girl panties and stop having my little pity party. But I am curious to know how any of you get yourself back on track after a setback. If you have the time, please leave any tips or strategies that have helped you overcome adversity in the comments below. I'd love to read about them. Okay, so that about wraps up this vlog. Please let me know if you enjoyed this series by clicking that big old like button down below. Be sure to check back for my next weight loss vlog, where I'm having my 2 adult kids pack on a 50-pound weighted vest to get their reaction on how it feels to exercise when you're overweight. The results and their reaction really shocked me. So if you don't want to miss that weight loss vlog, be sure to click the subscribe button and ring the bell so you know when I upload the video. I'm Pam with Organizer AZ 911. I'll see you next time. This video, why don't you check out one of these over here? And don't forget, the links to my socials are found below.